Black holes. To understand them, let's first talk about stars. More specifically, our sun. It powers cars, provides us with vitamin D, fuels plants, and is large enough to fit around 1 million Earths. Without it, we simply cannot exist. And soon we won't. In 5.5 billion years, when the sun runs out of hydrogen to burn, it will start expanding into a red giant. In the expansion process, it will reach the Earth and literally vaporize it, destroying everything, every single structure in its way. Yet, even our powerful sun is not massive enough to one day evolve into a black hole. With a mass at least 10 times larger than the sun, we have a worthy candidate. Scattered around our galaxy, we know of around 16 of them. When such a massive star runs out of fuel, there is no possibility in generating any more nuclear energy. The massive star that expands into a supergiant encounters a serious problem. There is an imbalance of energy, as gravity has no more opposition. As a result, mass itself collapses into the core of the star. An object so small yet so massive is now so dense that it will soon erupt. To get a sense of how dense this object is, you would need to compress the Earth to the size of your palm to match this density. Fractions of milliseconds later, a shockwave implodes. This is called a supernova. Explosions like these provide us with the most spectacular view and a rare collection of elements that we are made out of ourselves. We really are made out of stardust. The force of gravity became so large in such a small area that physics became confused. This, ladies and gentlemen, is what we call a black hole. This is where everything becomes very interesting. It's when light is not fast enough to run away and becomes trapped by gravity. It's when dividing by zero actually works. It's when time travel could theoretically exist. The funny part is, we don't ever get to see a black hole. It's invisible. At the end of the day, it does trap light. What we do see is the event horizon. This is a border where nothing on the universe can escape from, or more dramatically, the point of no return. Now that we have a very brief idea of how black holes form, let me simplify some of the things that we know about it. Our greatest minds figured out that the best way of observing a black hole is not by directly looking at it, but by analyzing the behavior of the surroundings. Just like the sun has the Earth orbiting around it, black holes can be orbited too. You can also have cool rings like our distant neighbor Saturn. Rings form when stellar objects orbit the black hole, reaching speeds up to half the speed of light and therefore heating up, making them glow. But this is not the only thing that can orbit a black hole. When gravity is so large, light can orbit a black hole too. To understand the strangeness of this, let's imagine you reach the edge of the event horizon. Because light now orbits, you'll be able to see yourself, more specifically the back of your huge head. This is because light will loop back around the black hole and reach your eyes again. But what if you jump into a black hole? Surely you must have asked this question when you was young. The simple answer is, you die. The less simple answer is, as you pass the event horizon, gravity starts to pull you in. But your legs will experience more force than your head, as it is further down, unless you fell in head first. In that case, you're a madman. What happens is your body will be stretched and compressed, like spaghetti, and you will die. Lastly, black holes have also a very strange effect on time. If you were to look at a clock next to a black hole through a powerful telescope, it would appear to tick slower. This is called gravitational time dilation. I will stop there because black holes are complicated in nature, and simplifying them too much could upset Stephen Hawking. If you found this interesting, I highly recommend reading A Brief History of Time by the man himself. And if you enjoyed this oversimplified video, I would appreciate if you guys could give me a follow and a like. Thank you.